A society cannot exist without building houses. Houses are the building blocks of creating any society, and they are only one of the many concrete structures that are required to build any society. The topic of this video is building society using eco-friendly material. Now, to build a concrete structure, first we need cement. To be more precise, to create any structure, first we need some cement, concrete, sand, or aggregate steel. They are the base materials for RCC and steel systems. Okay, all this must sound very complicated, but in easy words, to create a structure of any building, we need cement, we need bricks, and we need mortar. After the structure is created, we create the roof, we create the floor, we create slabs, we do plastering, painting, windows, and outdoor area. In this series, I'm going to discuss all the eco-friendly alternatives we have available to my knowledge for everything we need to construct a concrete structure. So let's now start from the beginning. In the structure system, we are looking for alternatives to cement. Now, why are we looking for alternatives to cement? According to Guardian.com, concrete is the most destructive material on earth. After water, concrete is the most widely used substance on earth. If the cement industry was a country, it would be the third largest carbon dioxide emitter in the world, releasing 2.8 billion tons of carbon dioxide, only surpassed by US and China. The material is the foundation for modern day development, providing structure for education, transport, healthcare, and industry. But it also entombs vast tracts of fertile soil, constipates rivers, and chokes habitats. By one calculation, we have already surpassed concrete by the total weight of every bush, tree, and shrub on this planet. When concrete is mixed with steel, it is the material that ensures that our dams don't burst, our tower blocks don't fall, our roads don't buckle, and our electricity grid remains connected. Its basic quality is to harden and then degenerate slowly. All the plastic produced over last 60 years amounts to 8 billion tons. This is the amount the cement industry produces every 2 years. Though the problem is much more severe than the plastic, it's not taken that seriously. Concrete can resist nature for decades, but in the advent of a natural calamity, it only amplifies the effect of a natural calamity, say for floods, an earthquake, or a tsunami. Only during the development stage, the concrete is responsible for emission of 4 to 8% of world's CO2. The dust released contributes to 10% of the coarse particulate matter that chokes Delhi. It causes damage to the most fertile layer of earth, that is the topsoil. I hope now the viewers of this video can empathize with me regarding my point of view on replacing concrete with a more eco-friendly alternative. The first alternative is pozzolana material content, that is fly ash, slag, calcinated clay attained through the use of blended Portland cement (BPC) and or direct addition of pozzolana material. Now I'm going to explain all these typical terms so that you have a better understanding of this material. According to an explanation by www.concrete.org, a pozzolan is a material that it itself possesses little or no cementitious value, but when it is combined with calcium hydroxide in presence of moisture, It reacts to combine a material with cementitious properties. According to an explanation by Britannica.com, pozzolanic cement is a mixture of Portland and any pozzolanic material that may be natural or artificial. Natural pozzolaners are materials of volcanic origin. Artificial alternatives include burnt clay, fly ash, and shales. Now, what is fly ash? Fly ash, according to an explanation by thebalanceSMB.com, is a pozzolan, a material containing aluminous and siliceous properties that, when it comes in contact with water or moisture, it turns into cement. When combined with lime and water, fly ash forms a compound similar to Portland cement. It has a lot of advantages. According to an article by www.imconcrete.com, fly ash provides greater strength, workability, and cost savings. Now let me explain to you what is slag. According to wikipedia.org, slag is a glass-like material that is left over after a metal is separated from its raw ore. It is usually a mixture of metal oxides and silicon oxides. In another article by researchgate.net, steel slag is a waste product during the production of steel. It is stored in slag storing yards, occupying farmland, polluting rivers and farmlands. Now, according to Britannica.com, it can be used to form a coarse aggregate to be used in concrete as a road material. The third pozzolan material is calcinated clay. Calcinated clay is an active pozzolan. It absorbs water that can dry a baseball field after a rainstorm. It is used to fill in field depressions and smoothen the structure. Okay, so now let me explain to you what are blended cements. According to Lafarge.com, blended cements are a combination of Portland cement and any one or more of supplementary cementitious materials such as slag, fly ash, or calcinated clay. Okay, so back to the beginning. The first alternative to using cement was pozzolana material. And now I guess I have explained enough about what pozzolana material exactly is. Now the second alternative to concrete is recycled steel forms and reinforcement bars. Let me explain to you recycled steel forms. Steel is 100% recyclable. That means you can use the same steel again and again and again. Steel reinforcement bar is a versatile construction material widely used in the construction industry for making of reinforced concrete. Steel reinforced bars usually consist of such shape and size that they can be easily bended and placed in concrete so as to form a monolithic structure. Reinforced concrete is made up of concrete and some form of reinforcement, that is, steel rods, wires, or mesh of wires and steel rods. Reinforced cement concrete is very strong, easy to produce at site, and inexpensive. The third eco-friendly alternative to concrete is sand and aggregate from pulverized debris and or sintered fly ash for concrete and mortar. Now, pulverized debris means debris that has been broken into very small particles. These are the eco-friendly alternatives to cement. Now in the next video, we'll be considering the eco-friendly alternatives for bricks and mortar. Now this is getting very complicated. If you don't want to understand the detailed meanings of whatever is, I have already posted a video with just a list of materials that you can ask for if you are looking forward to building a eco-friendly home. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.